We have talked already about ways in which we can communicate effectively about ethical issues, and we spent some time talking about some fallacies or errors in reasoning that we should always avoid. This third lecture is going to focus on some basic terminology of moral discourse, discussing 5 basic ethical terms. Let's talk first about some basic terminology of moral discourse. We will discuss these 5 terms: morality, normative ethics, descriptive ethics, immoral versus non-moral questions. The first term we will discuss is morality. Morality is a word we've already been using, and it refers to the basic rightness or wrongness of acts, or to what we ought to do. Normative ethics is a branch of philosophy that evaluates moral theories and the morality of individual acts. Descriptive ethics is a branch of sociology that observes a culture's moral beliefs. An important contrast here is between normative and descriptive ethics. Notice that normative ethics is something that philosophers engage in when they ask, what is the right thing for me to do? Or when they ask, what is a good theory about what we ought to do? Descriptive ethics takes place in something like a sociology, or maybe a history or anthropology department, and asks instead, what do different cultures actually believe, maybe including our own, is right or wrong? So the normative discipline, normative ethics, aims to tell us actually what is right and wrong. Murder is wrong because it hurts innocent people, for example. Descriptive ethics is just reporting the beliefs that people actually have. So, for example, people in America, as in most places of the world, tend to believe that murder is wrong. The goal of the philosophy course in ethics is always to help us determine the best way to figure out what is right and wrong. Normative ethics. A last set of terms is immoral versus non-moral. Immoral actions are simply actions that are wrong, morally wrong. Non-moral actions are actions that are not morally relevant. For example, an action might be considered immoral, such as hurting someone else who hasn't done anything to you. It's immoral because it's wrong. Non-moral actions are actions that are not morally relevant. For example, I had Cheerios for breakfast instead of Rice Krispies today. It's non-moral, probably, because there's no moral implications for other people, no particular moral guidelines for choosing one over the other. Determining immoral versus non-moral questions is always a difficult process. We'll see some philosophers, such as the utilitarians, who will tell us that with every decision I make, I should make the decision that maximizes pleasure and minimizes pain in the world. So if it turns out that General Mills versus Post is a less ethical company that's hurting people around the world, then I should choose Post cereal over General Mills. But in general, we're going to consider the choice of a cereal to be actually a non-moral question.